to Smart Living. Well, I am really excited. I have Joanie Filetto here, who is with Choose Chicago, which is all about tourism Chicago. And you are the um, senior marketing or social media marketing manager for them, right?
Social media manager, correct?
Okay, so you know a lot about what's going on in the world because you manage social media there.
Yes, I know what people are posting about, talking about, how people are planning their trips on social media. So I like to think I have my ear to the ground. Yeah.
Well, one of the things that, I will say that a lot of people that live in Arizona, I could really only speak for Phoenix or the metropolitan area, but Chicago is like a huge love for us here, especially in the summertime when the weather is 115 degrees plus. And so we're always looking for ways to escape. A lot of us, we call San Diego Zony Zone in the summertime because there's so many Arizonans in California, like vacationing. It's like a deserted desert here in July. But Chicago is another place. Now, I have a personal bias to Chicago because my daughter has moved to Chicago. So I have now created community for myself in Chicago, which is wonderful.
Yes.
But also when I was there, I was visiting and I'm like, there are a lot of free things that you can do in Chicago without breaking the bank. And also, we know that the Obama Center has recently opened up, which is a huge pull, a draw for everybody, not everybody in this country, but a lot of people in this country that want to see this amazing 19-acre property that they built. So You're here to share with us how we can navigate downtown Chicago and find some ways to get into the Obama Center or visiting it without breaking the bank. So
Yeah, absolutely. So I want to
let's get started. Let's talk about some things that we can do in Chicago for free or that cost a little bit that are really popular.
For sure. So I'm going to start in the downtown area. That's where a lot of people stay, visitors when they come here, especially for the first time. So your downtown Millennium Park and the Bean is usually people's first stop. So the Bean, aka Cloud Gate, it's our iconic sculpture. It's at the start of Millennium Park. You walk over, it's free, it's right in the middle of downtown. Behind that is the Pritzker Pavilion.
Yes.
Is the Great Lawn where there's that amphitheater, that shell, where there's free concerts, like free programming all the time. You will often just happen upon something that's going on there. House Fest, House Music Festival, is at the end of August. It happens here on this lawn. It's totally free.
Mm-hmm.
House music started in Chicago, right? So it's the best place in the world to listen to house music. Being in Millennium Park for 3 days, hearing live free house music from some of the people that were the originators, cannot recommend highly enough. You can picnic on there, bring all your stuff, bring all your gear.
And I want to say also, so one of the things, because I was there in July, and this podcast is going to be evergreen, so we'll upload it. It'll be uploaded in August 2026. But whenever you're listening to this, all of this is kind of evergreen because usually in the summer months is when you're going to have those free concerts. So if it's not in August for the House Fest, you also have free concerts, I think, through June and July, which are Grant Park, but they actually are Millennium Park. Am I correct at that?
Yes, they place there as well. Like the Chicago Symphony Orchestra will pop up and have free concerts in the lawn.
Which I went to. And I wanted to add, I don't mean to cut you off, Joanie, and I'm sorry, and I will stop cutting you off. But the point I wanted to make was, if you've never been to the outside concert at Millennium Park, the acoustics is over the top. It is incredibly loud in downtown Chicago between all the ambulances, but somehow the acoustics outside, you'd be sitting outside and still listen to the concert and know that there's all this noise outside. I mean, it is amazing, the sound system there.
And actually, if you look up, there's this almost invisible grid of little lines where there's these speakers that are distributed evenly across this whole park. So it sounds there's no bad spot. Even if you're all the way back, you can hear it perfectly.
It's great. So free concerts at Millennium Park and throughout the summer months. So if you come visit, I would definitely recommend, if you go to the website, I think it's under Millennium Park, you can find all the different free concert series and you just show up and go, and they're amazing. It's shocking that level of concert is free.
I know. And you also have free summer workouts on the lawn. Mm-hmm. Saturday mornings you can go and work out in a great group class. They have
And that's all summer also?
Yes.
Oh wow, sorry. Okay, free workout.
Yes.
Great.
There's also, they do a movie series. So in the same place you would sit on the lawn to watch free music, hear free music, you can watch a movie on the lawn as well. And that's free.
Wow.
They make it easy. They make it
Yeah,
easy.
they do. I mean,
Hmm.
a great sense of community. So, Millennium Park, as everybody knows, definitely if you're going to visit Chicago, you got to go visit the beach. So, a lot to do there. Plus, also, Millennium Park is located near Grant Park, and there's also Maggie Daley Park near there, too. Like, they're kind of all feel like they're attached together. They blend in together, right?
Absolutely. They're all walkable from one to the next. If you have kids, the playground at Maggie Daley Park is like one of the coolest playgrounds in the whole city. So you can just like hop skip over there from Millennium Park. You can head a little further south to Grant Park. That's where the Buckingham Fountain is,
Mm-hmm.
which is one of the largest fountains in the world. Fun fact.
Oh, really?
Yes. And so there's now we have little like chairs around there and there's benches. You can just sit and chill. It's just like a block away also from the lakefront.
Okay, yeah, the lakefront. And that's a whole nother thing.
Yes. You can see all this just from walking around. All these spots are free. That's a whole day in itself right there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I mean, great sense of community too. And a lot of people, if you walk on the lakefront, I know it's a lake, it's Michigan Lake, but it looks like a beach.
And there's 27 miles of free public beaches along Lake Michigan. Fun Lake Michigan fact, it's bigger than the country of Switzerland. So people,
Really?
yes, people are shocked when they see it and they're like, this is not a lake.
Yeah, I know. It's huge.
This is the Chicago Ocean, pretty much.
Right, it really is. And I mean, it's crazy how many activities are going there. Plus, not only that, if you're a walker or runner, there's paved asphalt trail all around the lake, right? Am I correct on that?
Yes, yeah, the Lakefront Trail is 27 miles. There's videos on social media of people like walking the whole thing in a day, biking it. I rollerblade on the lakefront.
Okay.
Awesome for that too. And there's, like bathrooms along the way at the different like beaches and
Hmm.
I mean, you go through parks, there's like nature. You wouldn't believe you were in a major world city just right there.
Right, right, right. And it's all free. So we're still talking about free things to do. Like, this is like probably 3 days right now. We've talked about things that you could do of activities and you haven't even taken out your wallet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so besides doing outside activities, which the weather is pretty nice in Chicago for considering what your weather is like in the winter months.
Uh-huh.
So what are some other things we can do besides lakefront and the park and things like that with the concerts?
There's one more thing I want to add to
Okay.
downtown while you're down there. And this one's kind of a hack. I think locals know about it, but not everyone knows about the Chicago Cultural Center.
Okay.
It is just across the street from Millennium Park, to the west of it, right over Michigan Avenue. It is completely free building. It used to be like the old original like Chicago Library. It's gorgeous inside, like mosaic tiling everywhere. It has the world's largest Tiffany glass dome.
Okay.
And you can just walk in, you can walk up these beautiful steps, see the dome. There's like a little cafe in there. They always have free like programming, they have free art exhibitions. Even if you just want to like chill, like sit down, use the bathroom, have some coffee, you can just waltz in that building. It's right there. It's like an amazing resource. Just to even like, okay, I need to like just
Right.
chill for a second and figure out our next plan. The Cultural Center is a beautiful, amazing, free place to do that.
Okay. Wow, that's great. Another place that has the Tiffany ceilings is the Macy's, right? The Macy's department store. Isn't that a Tiffany ceiling up there?
I
The old
yeah,
Marshall Fields there. Sorry.
right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the cultural center, you can also see art and everything. But now to actually get into the cultural center,
Yeah.
does that cost money to see the art exhibits?
No.
Oh, really?
No, they don't
The
need
cultural
to.
center.
You don't have to like reserve a time. You don't have to show anyone your ID. You just truly walk in and you almost have free range of the whole building.
Wow, that's incredible. Why? Why would the city do that?
We just have so much to share. We just want people to
Okay.
see it. And
Fair enough.
there is a cute little shop in there. It's called the Buddy Shop, and
Uh-huh.
they sell art and different things all from local Chicago artists.
Okay.
So that's cool too.
Yeah, and another thing that's free to do while we're talking about artists is there are so many murals
Yeah.
all over so many buildings in downtown Chicago. Just like walking around and looking at those murals are amazing. Some
Yeah.
of those murals just blow my mind away, the artists that do that. So it is gorgeous.
Yeah. Amazing street art scene all over in the neighborhoods too. Like I live in
Mhm.
Pilsen. 16th Street is famous for the murals. It's like right along this old train track. It's beautiful. It's very low key, but you see like world-class artists for like blocks and blocks and blocks, just like bleeding one into the other. So that's the 16th Street murals in Pilsen, definitely.
Okay. And those are free. But the
Yeah.
subway's not. The subway costs 2.50.
Yeah,
$2.50, and that's about it. So
but
to
it's
take
worth
the
it.
L.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So okay, so we've got all that little area there. That's downtown Chicago. That is definitely going to be your tourist area there.
Yep.
So I wanted to also mention, I briefly mentioned we were talking about the Tiffany ceiling, Marshall's Field, which is now Macy's over
Hmm.
on Wabash, right?
Yep.
Like just to go, like anybody that comes to visit needs to go visit that Macy's and just simply look up. That ceiling is, I've never seen a department store so over the top, but that's because it was the old Marshall's Field. And then if you also go upstairs to the Walnut Room, that restaurant has been around for, well, at least their chicken pot pie. It's 126 years they've been making that exact same chicken
Hmm.
pot pie. Am I correct on that? Now that's not, yep, that's not free, but you get a nice little chicken pot pie plus a salad, and you have a view, a nice view because it's on top, so you're elevated and you can see the city. A great view of that while you eat your chicken pot pie and salad for just $18.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
something I did.
It is a good idea. It's a historic place. I saw a drag show there recently too, so they do all
Mhm.
sorts of programming.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
but they
that's
do put
great.
in the holiday season, they do like it's one of the biggest trees in the
Oh
city,
yes, it is.
like a 5-story Christmas tree that goes through the Walnut Room. And
Yes.
you can waltz right in and get like your family pick for
Uh
free.
huh.
You don't have a
You
reservation.
can.
Yeah.
But good luck getting a dinner reservation in there when it's around the holidays. It's a pretty popular place, the Walnut Room, to get a reservation there. But it's something that people should experience if you want to do a tourist experience without breaking the bank. So,
Really great.
okay, I didn't mean to digress and take over your show. So, what else do we get? What else do we have, Joanie? What else do we have that we could do for free?
Yes, well, you talked about the Obama Presidential Center.
Yes.
So I'm going to take you from downtown to Hyde Park.
Okay.
The most cost-efficient way to do that is on a big bus, which actually Choose Chicago is sponsoring this big bus shuttle from
Okay.
downtown to Hyde Park. So big bus, you've seen them. They're like the open top, typically like a tour bus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But we're trying to make it as easy as possible for people to get to the Obama Center and to the Hyde Park, like South Side area. So you can hop on this big bus in the middle of downtown Chicago for $10 and get down to the South Side. And you can, you're sitting on this open air bus and you can kind of just like see the views on the way. It's not
Mm-hmm.
a tour, it is a shuttle, but it's a really cost efficient way to get down there.
Now, is that round trip for $10?
Round trip, I believe, is $17, but that's like
Okay.
a day pass.
Where does it pick you up at?
It picks you up at Michigan and Wacker.
Okay, so it's okay. Yeah, yeah. So that's by the Millennium, isn't it?
It's a couple blocks north of that. It's right along like the Riverwalk, which is another
Okay.
great free thing to do. Just walk along the Riverwalk. It's gorgeous.
Okay. And by the way, folks, if you're listening, all these things that we're mentioning, you're like, well, where can I find it? Just go to my blog at smartshopperdaphne.com. I'll have all the links to all the things. I'll have a link to the big bus shuttle. I'll have a link to the cultural center. I'll have a link to all the free concerts or Millennium Park. So don't worry about writing that down. Just sit down and listen. So, okay, well, that's really good. I had no idea that that was there. I wish I knew you. I wish I had access to you when I was visiting in July because I took the Metro down to the Obama Center.
That works too.
Yeah, it was pretty inexpensive, but there was a lot of people going down there too. But it drops you off right there. You just cross the street and you're right there. So easy to get to. So Obama Center. So a lot of people saw, because when I was there in July, a lot of people from Phoenix saw that I was at the Obama Center. I took some pictures with my friend on the outside of the property. I visited that amazing garden. But what I want people to know is that I actually didn't get inside the actual Obama Museum,
Mhm.
which I got in, and I will get tickets in November and come back and visit it. Now, how I ended up getting tickets is because I signed up as a member and I donated. And that gave me access, I guess, to getting some tickets, and I spent like $30. But please, let's talk about the Obama Center, because a lot of people seem to think that you have to have those museum tickets in order to enjoy the Obama Center. It's 19 acres. There's a lot more to do than just the actual museum, right?
Exactly. It's a whole, I mean, we call it a campus. It's
Mhm.
not just a museum, like it is that 19-acre campus. So you get dropped off from the big bus or the metro, however you get down there. Just exploring the grounds. You have like fruit and vegetable gardens, beautiful walking paths. They have an apiary.
Mm-hmm.
So you see the bees like doing their thing and working.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't see that. And this is all free. Like you can just go at any time whenever they're open and just go and visit.
Exactly. They have a massive lawn where they encourage people to just hang out and picnic and just enjoy the nature. The playground there, also, if you have kids, you have family, that playground is unbelievable. Like I walked
Yeah.
up to it and I'm like, can I get in there and play? Like, can I come around?
Okay, okay. I didn't
So
see
fun.
that. I saw the park across the street, and then I saw, they have a little walk by the river there. There's like a little river trail, and there was like all these little areas where we could sit and have a picnic. And then I remember seeing the garden, which is an edible garden, which I was genuinely shocked that it was so open to the public because I feel like I feel like there could be a lot of vandalism going on there, but they did have security guards making sure that people weren't picking at
Yeah.
the plants and stuff. But I was really impressed with that garden.
It's just gorgeous. And that's just the outside. I mean, there's
Okay.
other ways to get into buildings that are
Okay.
not museum tickets. So right outside the museum, like there is kind of a plaza, like it's a paved plaza. That's where like the big bronze, larger than life statue of Barack and Michelle is.
Mhm.
You can like get your picture with them. There might be a little bit of a line, but it's right
Right.
there, free for your photo. Opposite the museum is a Chicago Public Library branch.
Yes, I saw
That,
that.
that's free. So you can go in there. There's different little places to chill. You can read, look through the stacks of what they've picked out.
And that's a brand new library, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I didn't go inside of it. I saw it from the outside. I was like, that's beautiful.
Yes. And I have not been in this part yet, but home court is also free. You don't need a ticket. And so that is the basketball court. That's like that whole facility where there's other like meeting spaces.
Is
And
that inside or outside the basketball courts?
the basketball courts are inside.
Okay, and that's open to the public.
Yes. So that structure is home court, is what they call
Okay.
it. For.
Okay.
You go in there without a ticket. And then lastly, and this is definitely a hack. So the sky room is what the museum calls the top floor of the museum. It's on the 8th floor. It's an observation deck, 360. You get these amazing panoramic views of downtown Chicago, further south side. You see the lake from there. It's really like the jewel at the top of the museum. You can get in there for free without a museum ticket. Not a lot of people know this. Every day, the museum releases maybe 100 or 200 like free spots that if you get there, it's first come, first serve. If you get there before open, start of the day and line up, they will let you just go straight up to the sky room and get that amazing view for free, no ticket needed, no reservation needed.
Oh, wow. But it's for the first 200 people.
I believe it's about 200 people. Yes.
Okay.
First come,
But you
first
got to
served.
get there early. It's a first come, first serve basis. It may not be accurate on the amount of people that they let in, but at the end of the day, you got to get there early, first come, first serve.
Exactly.
Okay. And then you can go in and visit that whole deck for free.
Yes. And like the room itself is beautiful. They have this like huge art piece, but then it's just an observation deck floor that you can just see. I mean, getting a panoramic view of the city from the south side did not exist before this structure was completed. So it's like a new view of the city. It's a unique view of the skyline that you don't get from Skydeck downtown or 360 downtown, which are beautiful views in and of themselves. But it's a vantage point that is definitely a new addition to the scene in Chicago.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Well, that is when I was shocked that you told me that. I had no idea that there was the observe deck. And I was just like, wow, that is really, really cool. Because a lot of people from Phoenix want to go see the Obama Center, but, we're being told that it's sold out. But, I mean, yes, you can't go see the museum, but you can still get a good feel for all of it. And there's just so many really cool things. And as we know with the Obamas, anything that these people do and the people that they surround themselves with is always with great intention, right? So when I went there, I'm going to pull this out. They had a lot of memorabilia and they have certain colors for things. So this says, which I don't know if you can see this very well, but it says empathy. So anything that represents, so they have empathy and it would be in this color. So this violet, I don't know what you call it.
Lavender.
Lavender, thank you. So this symbolizes empathy. So anything that you buy there that has to do with empathy is going to be in a lavender color. So I just thought that that was like really cool. And so I walk around with that because I really feel that in this world that we live in right now, we need so much more empathy. So it makes me proud to wear that hat. And that's the thing I got from the Obama Center, but just so many things. And even like, you know, when you go to the Obama Center, I'm not someone that goes into a museum and like spends money on stuff. But like I said, there were a few things and I felt like that was priced. It was like only $15. I thought that's reasonably priced too. So, you know, and it's also pumping a lot of money into the community of South Chicago too, which is important. We need to uplift South Chicago. So some great things there. I really appreciate you giving us a little edge on that. And you can't sign up for those tickets. You just have to show up.
That's right.
Before the museum opens. Do you know what time you have to get in line to get those tickets?
Ooh, that's maybe something. The museum's only been open for just over a month at this point, but it's still something that's probably coming together.
Okay, got it. Well, I'll also have that written on an article at my blog at smartshopperdaphne.com. Okay, so anything else that we should throw out there before we wrap things up?
Something else I'll say about Obama Center is, you know, we talked about the campus. There are 28 commissioned pieces of art that you can see along the grounds. So that's also something to keep an eye out for. If you're just kind of walking around, that might give you kind of like an objective to find the art. Also free, of course. And yeah, okay, this is my last hack.
Okay, I love it.
That it takes a lot of time, even for residents, to realize. But the water taxi.
Okay.
Have you heard of the water taxi?
I know this one, but I'm gonna let you say. I know because of my daughter.
Okay, amazing. So it is sort of a hack. It is not free, but it is very affordable, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. It is a taxi on the water. It's a bright yellow boat that basically serves as a small like tour cruise down the Chicago River. You can either like get picked up in Chinatown or you can get picked up downtown. And it's just a $10 ticket.
Yeah.
And you basically get a river cruise for $10.
Yeah.
There's a bathroom on the water taxi too, which is important. And if you're trying to get downtown and see the neighborhoods, going to Chinatown is also amazing. It drops you off in Pingtown Park, which is like one of my favorite parks in the whole city. And it's like a beautiful view of the skyline, beautiful picnic spot. You can walk to Chinatown, which is really fun in itself too.
Yep.
You can get a boba.
I mean, every kind of Chinese, Asian, anything that you could ever possibly. And then there's old Chinatown, there's new Chinatown. I mean, it's crazy.
Yes,
and it's so convenient.
Chicago's Chinatown is one of the few growing Chinatowns in the country. So it's like blossoming, it's like thriving, and it's growing, and it's really exciting.
One of the things I love about Chicago, besides the people that live there, because I swear it seems like everybody is so open and kind and warm and friendly, but you really, now I don't know what the cost of living there is, but you can do a lot in that city without having to have a lot of money. Another thing that we didn't touch base on is the baseball games. We went and saw it was White Sox, and I've seen a Cubs game. My daughter and I bought tickets for $25 up in the nosebleed area. Best tickets I've ever had. Best tickets I have ever had. And I always sit right up front. And the reason why is I could sit up high. I was under the shade. So the nosebleed section has the shaded area. Down below, you're directly in the sun. And then we were sitting right behind the pitcher mound. So it was an excellent view. You're just sitting up high and you're looking above. $25 all day. And we had 4 hours of great entertainment. And it was cheap, and then we took the L there. Cost $2.50 for transportation.
Yeah, I mean, transportation is another thing too. Like I ride my bike. I ride my bike to the Sox games.
Yeah,
it's a very bikeable city. You don't need to rent a car when you come here. You can hop on the L, on the train or the bus. You can hop on a Divvy, which is one of our rentable bikes. I can bike anywhere in the city and get there.
Yeah, they have the divvy bikes all over the place. I would say don't
Yeah.
get the electric; it's a little bit pricey, but you can get the manual bikes there and save a little bit of money. But
Mhm.
yes, it is endless. And then plus, like I went and saw a free comedy show because I performed there. I walked into, yeah, well, I do stand up comedy, and I have to start doing it in other cities because nobody knows me there. So it was Comedy House. Was it? It's over on Michigan Avenue and like I forget. But anyways, I walked into there and I was like, "Oh, open mic night," and they're like, "Yeah, you can perform." So because I performed, I got to see the comedy show for free.
Oh, that's a hack for the right person. That's like,
Right,
that's,
right. And also, if you are in the comedy scene, Chicago is the place to be. Second City.
yep.
So many people from Second City, they launched their careers from Second City to go on to Saturday Night Live. And Second City is one of the most amazing improvisation comedy shows I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, I can go on and on. Can you tell I love Chicago?
Who doesn't?
Right? I mean, for real.
Yeah, but
And the fact, and not only that, we were talking about the water taxes, which are fantastic for $10. That is so worth the money. But if you can afford to take a tour, I took your architecture tour. Am I saying that right? I always get stung up on that money
yeah.
or that name. Architect tour of the buildings. Now, a lot of things. If you haven't studied Chicago, the buildings are amazing. There's even one building shaped like a champagne bottle, right?
Yes, yeah,
Do you know the building I'm talking about?
yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. And then you have the that hotel, the St. Regis Hotel. And then when they talk about how because the buildings are so high, there's like a water system to keep them balanced so they don't sway. It's super interesting. So I would recommend doing the architect tour. It's pretty cheap. You can find tickets for like $20, $30, and it's worth every penny. So Joanie, anything else we should throw in there before we wrap it up?
Gosh, there's so much. I'll throw in one more thing. I could keep going all day, but a city pass is a great way to explore Chicago as well.
Okay.
Especially if you're here for a couple days and you want to see those like big major like museums. You want to see the Art Institute and you want to see Skydeck and you want to see 360 and an architecture cruise. There are certain attractions that are part of City Pass where you can get one City Pass ticket for one price and it covers 3 or 5 attractions. So you end up saving almost 50% on all of those tickets with just like one ticket. So if you're planning to see like at least 3 different attractions, City Pass can save you a ton of money by doing that.
Okay. So it's something that you consider. A lot of cities have city passes. I mean, even when you travel internationally. And
Yeah.
sometimes I look at those as a good thing and a bad thing. It just depends on what you want to do. So if you really want to go see museums and you want to do tourist things, definitely look at the city pass. If
Yeah.
you want to maybe be off cuss or do hacks and maybe visit the city more like somebody who lives there, then the city pass, I would say, might not be the route that you may want to go, depending on what you want to do.
Yeah, if you're trying to, just like check off your bucket list of like
Mhm.
the major Chicago icons,
Yeah.
it's a convenient way to do that if that's your style.
Yeah, and I would think that that is very affordable because those things can get to be very expensive. Because I went to go see the aquarium.
Yeah, the Shed Aquarium.
Yeah, Shed Aquarium, and those tickets were pretty pricey. They were pretty pricey, but I found out that I could get some discounts. But I found out about I wasn't a smart shopper that day. I was not a smart shopper that day. So, and that's when I was like, some things can get pretty pricey. While we're on the topic of pricey, I'm going to wrap this up really quick. The other thing too is that Chicago's a great place to visit, but there are things that cost money. Like summertime, you're going to pay more to rent because I mean not rent, but to stay like Airbnb or a hotel because summertime is prime season there, right? So if you went in January, you probably could find a room for $100. If you go in, July, the rooms are probably going to cost $200 to $300, right? That same room. Is that kind of accurate?
That's
Yeah,
for yourselves to decide, but
Right. Okay. You're like, I can't really speak to that. Okay. I can't. These are some things that I've noticed as a visitor.
Sure.
The other thing too, that when I stay in downtown, I will say I don't know if the taxes are more money in Chicago, but I find that the food is very expensive. Now, if you visit Chicago, it is a food mecca. I mean, I probably gained like 6 pounds in the 3 weeks that I was there because I had to try every kind of amazing food that there is from every different kind of ethnicity, everything, and it was worth every little bit of penny that I had.
Mhm.
But I will say the food was definitely pricey, and even when you went to the grocery store, and I think it's just because you're in downtown.
yeah. I mean,
So,
downtown you're gonna maybe have a little bit more
right.
of that, but I mean, get out into the neighborhoods. That's my number one piece of advice for people exploring Chicago.
Visit the different neighborhoods.
Yes, you can get authentic cuisine of every style,
Oh
and
yeah.
you can get it for super cheap depending on where you're going, and you can
Yes.
eat it and it's going to be good.
Yes, I went to Bronzeville and I had some great mushroom rice and some crispy chicken and
Yeah.
met the chef. I mean, I went all over to different neighborhoods. I went to Fulton Market also. So, yeah, check out the different neighborhoods. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. Joni, thank you so much for your time. I'll have, again, all those links on my blog at smartshopperdaphne.com. And don't forget, guys, I'm Daphne Monroe, your smart shopper. Until next time.